Today is day 5 of my worthiness challenge. I am up taking my dad to take care of his business. Um, a song came on when I got in the car, and I realized I have been a bag lady for a long time. And I have been just holding on to things and carrying things and holding on to things and carrying things that I am letting go. I'm releasing those things from my life. Um, Going on this journey have given me so much insight to how I feel and what I think, honestly. Not denying that I don't feel that way or no, I don't look at myself that way. It's being honest. This is how I've been functioning. And to other people, because I so called got my shit together, people don't think I go through things emotionally. People don't think I hurt. People don't think nothing emotional happens to me because I so called got my shit together. But that is so far from the truth. I take a lot of stuff on the chin because this is how I used to feel about myself. When people do things to me to keep my vengeance at a low frequency. Okay? I used to tell myself, God equipped me emotionally tough to go through things, right? And I'm tougher than most emotionally. I'm a pretty emotionally tough girl, I thought. Um, and I've just been taking stuff on the chin, taking things on the chin, saying that they don't know better, I know better, I know how to function, woo, 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 wah, wah, wah. But then my mom died in 2023. That shook it up. Losing my mother and seeing how people treated me when I lost my mother, and everybody knew how close that woman was to me. I ain't going nowhere without her. It ain't a picture I took without her. I ain't going nowhere without my mama. I did everything with her. That was my sister girl, you know? And she had dementia. And even when a point she didn't recognize me calling her mom anymore, I used to call her sister girl, and she was okay with that. And she was my sister girl, man. And losing her exposed how people really felt about me. For a year, I didn't answer the phone because I kept telling myself, Misty, if you don't limit your access to people, you're going to crack. And when you crack, it ain't going to be pretty. And I have too much to lose to fold. I've did a lot of work on myself, my life, so that I can manage my own life without, you know, depending on other people. So I've built that myself with the grace of God to emotionally fold and lose everything I've built. Women before me, I seen them do that and never recover. And their children never recovered. So I had to tell myself, Miss Dad, we ain't doing that. What we gonna do is we gonna cut the shit off. And I only gave my life access to certain people. And those certain people I gave my life access to, I've slowly had to cut them off. Not out of anger, though. Out of we've outgrown each other. And I think that's what this is. At my mom's funeral, I just could not get myself together. I cried. I cried her whole funeral. I cried. I ran into I thought it was a bathroom, but it was really a dark space in a corner. I ran there and I cried, and I just could not compose myself. And I have had a best friend of over 36 years, and he was there. And it was people that came to help me, because nobody ever saw me like that. But none of those people were him. But when my mom died, he was, outside my dad, he was the first person I called. And we all went to the hospice facility and said our goodbyes. Ain't no way in hell I would have allowed somebody I didn't feel that was like my family to see my mom that way. You know what I'm saying? And just to think that he just, I don't know if he didn't care or if he just, I don't know what the case may be, but I had to just stop talking to him. And he was my best friend. And I've had to cut other friends off too. For not understanding that I am a human being. I don't give a damn what I got. I'm human. You understand? And a lot of times people can place what you have, what you possessed, with how you feel. And none of those things go together. And it just seems like because people feel like I have a lot, I'm not worth somebody giving a damn about me. And for a long time, I treated myself that same way. I did. I treated myself like you always got to walk alone. Just learn to walk alone. Learn to walk by yourself. Learn to handle things by yourself. If you're going to break to yourself. If you're going to recover to yourself. And when you pop out, people just see who you are. I've did that for a very, very long time. And once I lost my sister girl, I couldn't do that anymore. I couldn't do it anymore. I had to own, in the midst of preparing my mom body for her last hoorah, doing her makeup and her hair, buying her clothes and all those things. Like, when I was at JCPenney's buying a dress, I had a whole anxiety attack at the register. People didn't see that. People didn't see how every morning I got up, that she was my routine every day. Every morning I got up, I wanted to make her coffee. I wanted to make her breakfast sandwich. I wanted to kiss her on her forehead. I wanted to talk to her. I wanted her to babble things to me that people wouldn't think that matter. But if you listen to people that have dementia, it really matters. I miss that every day. People would come to my house and be like, "Oh, girl, something missing." My mama, that's what's missing. Oh, girl, oh, I'm sorry. To me, that was a turning point that I needed to care about myself. And one day, I guess I wasn't doing well. In a loving way, a mother would. She sat and she was like, "Mo, I had to go because you are falling apart. And who's going to raise Daniel if you fall apart? Nobody's going to love that kid like you love that kid. Nobody's going to be his mother like you are his mother. I had to leave so you can get yourself together. Because you wasn't going to never focus on yourself as long as I was alive. And that's very true. She was first. And I had to put all the love that I had for her and pour it into myself. But it took a lot of heartbreak to happen, for that to happen. But each day I get stronger. And each day that I go forward in being vulnerable and being open and transparent, God gives me more and more clarity about myself and how I feel and what I need to do to stay stable and sane. And so I'm thankful for all those things. And at the end of the day, all the people that had to release, I have to tell them thank you. Because I am grateful for the times that we had. And I'm grateful for the moments they were in my life, for whatever reason they were there. And I can't sit and be bitter because when I needed them emotionally, I felt abandoned. I can't be bitter about that because when you really look at people's lives, they don't have the capacity to manage their own life. So how do they have the capacity to manage yours? And that's just the truth about that. And so I don't hate those people. I don't hate them at all. I will always have love for them because they meant something to me at some point in my life. But also at some point in my life, I have to learn how to let go. Just let it go. That is the best thing I can do for myself, is let people go and find my own self. And that's my journey that I'm on. So it's another vulnerable part about me that I just will never say. But I have to, because I'm on a healing journey and I have to speak the quiet part out loud. And it has always been the quiet part for me. So have a great day.